I was a high school English teacher in the Morrill district, the northwest side of Tucson, for about 17 years. And I know that we continue to be shocked when these unthinkably tragic events happen on our campuses. Our campuses are supposed to be probably the highest demonstration of the value of students and the debt that a society owes its children. That debt begins from the educator's standpoint with ensuring safety. It's the common mission, and it's the first mission of every educator and of everybody who works in the school, to provide immediate physical safety and well-being for the students who come in. And over 17 years, I can tell you, long before I was AEA President, and a lot of people attach a lot of baggage to that role. Long before I was active in the Arizona Education Association, I lost students to violent situations. I lost students to suicide. And I know what it's like, and it's tough to talk about. Even all these years later, I know what it's like to look at a desk and know the student is not going to come back to it. And it's a kind of emptiness that is horrifying. And that says nothing of the horror that the family suffers, the loss of that student or adult. But we can't proceed by visceral reactions alone. We can't let the knee-jerk horror dictate the policies that we offer forward to counter this awful increase in violence. We have to go back to the basics of what works. The proposal before you today, that Representative Campbell is promoting, is a comprehensive approach to student safety. It looks at increasing school resource officers, but it does more than that. It gets back rightfully to emphasizing the importance of healthcare services, particularly mental health care services, of emphasizing the role that counselors can play, SROs, school psychologists. It emphasizes what districts can do to set up safety plans and safety management to guarantee the security of campuses. And there's a lot that districts can do. In fact, day to day, these events don't happen. But we see them and we react to the extreme horror of the situation and we wonder, are our schools doing enough? And the answer is, in most cases, yes. But there's always more that can be done. In calling for districts to assess or present their safety plans, that's an important thing for communities to know about. And working with communities, there's a lot that districts can do to ensure the safety of their schools and sites. But I want to be very clear about something. Educators don't want to become armed bodyguards. And you don't reduce the violence on campuses in Arizona or anywhere else by increasing the number of firearms on a campus. The AEA will oppose any legislation that proposes to put more guns on campuses. We'll oppose any legislation that puts guns on campuses at all other than in the hands, other than carried by trained law enforcement, including SROs, or fully trained security officers if that's what a district with its community determines is the best strategy. Civilians, even well-trained, aren't enough. They don't even begin to approximate what an SRO, a school resource officer, is and knows about a campus. And to arm teachers is absolutely antithetical to the role of educators in the lives of our students. You wouldn't drive a race car through a parking lot to get from one end of it to the other faster. It's not the proper vehicle for that context. A firearm in the hands of an educator is not the proper vehicle to ensure safety on our campuses. A firearm in the hands of a well-intentioned civilian, even through some kind of training program, isn't enough. It doesn't touch enough on the comprehensive needs of schools to be safe. So we want well-reasoned, well-thought-out approaches that have at their center the safety and security of our students, of the volunteers in our schools, of the parents in our schools, and the employees in our schools. And that's why, as president of the AEA, as a former educator, as a parent of children in our public schools right now, I stand with Representative Campbell and what he's outlined.